look who stumbled in. Hello. If you are here and you have not watched the first two unfortunate vlogs, I'm afraid that you should go watch them because otherwise you will be completely confused. This vlog starts with me finishing Book 9, The Carnivorous Carnival, and reading till the last of the books. I hope you all enjoy. Beware spoilers. Hopefully you have a better day than the Baudelaires do. Alright, I have to catch you guys up on a lot of things. So, I finished The Carnivorous Carnival, and then I finished the 10th book, which is The Slippery Slope, and then now I am on The Grim Grotto. So, The Carnivorous Carnival, basically the siblings are hired by the carnival. They are trying to gather information from Olaf and his crew, trying to figure out what the heck is going on, trying to figure out if one of their parents really is alive. But of course, Olaf figures them out, ends up kind of kidnapping them again, in a way. So in this one, we basically get two kind of plots going on because now the Baudelaire siblings are separated. So we get Violet and Klaus, who have to try to find out where Sunny went. This person that they have no idea who he is because they wear a mask, he uncovers himself as the third Quagmire triplet. It is Quigley. Quigley is indeed still alive. He also flip-flop to Sunny because she is now with Count Olaf and kind of trying to spy on them, but it's very hard when you're a baby and everybody's making you do all of the chores because they're such geniuses to make a baby cook for them. Yep, good job, guys. Sunny is at the top of the mountain with Olaf and the rest of them. So then Violet climbs up to the top of the mountain while Klaus is trying to do research in this library that has been burnt down by you-know-who, Olaf, of course. He finds out that it is Sunny up at the top, and so now they have to devise a plan. They basically just go up to the top of the mountain in disguise, and they're basically like, look, we want Sunny. You're gonna give us Sunny. This book ends with the Baudelaires safely escaping. They get separated from Quigley, but Quigley also kind of escapes. Like, he's not in Olaf's clutches, but they don't know where he is. And then we have the Grim Grotto, in which the Baudelaires run into this submarine. I personally really like this one. Not just because I'm obsessed with the cover, even though I am. I love the captain in this book. He is probably one of my favorite characters also. Him and Quigley, man. They're not the main characters, but they are so cool. I'm only on chapter 3 of this one. As always, no surprises here. I'm very much enjoying this series. I really like how the plot kind of thickens as the story goes on, because after a while, I would say probably 6th or 7th book, I really was wondering, is this series just going to be the same storyline over and over again? But really it's not. Lemony Snicket has definitely developed it as it's gone along. He has added so many quirky characters to the mix. He has consistently served plot lines that are so unique, yet they hold the same patterns. I am absolutely obsessed. I've talked for far too long. I shall see you soon. I am having a slight mental breakdown because the Baudelaires killed somebody on accident, of course, but they still killed somebody. Oh my gosh, okay. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself here. So, in the Grim Grotto, this one was one of my favorite books in the series so far. It's so good. I literally shed tears. Lemony Snicket almost killed off Sunny, and I was so emotionally distraught that I could not vlog. So here we are. I have fully recovered. Sunny is still alive, but she was just, it was so terrible to read. It was so hard to read because, like, the way he was describing it, it was just so painful overall. She almost suffocated from a fungus. And what I hate about any book that is underwater is the fact that you cannot escape. So the fact that the Baudelaires were in this submarine, okay, with this captain and his stepdaughter, they can't escape. So basically what happened is Count Olaf had his own submarine, and his was like 3, 4, 5 times the size as the submarine the Baudelaires were in, the Queequeg. Olaf captures them and is basically like, yep, you're stuck with me. I'm keeping you here. The Baudelaires end up getting back on the Queequeg in order to try and save Sunny's life because they tried to find the sugar bowl, ended up stumbling upon this poisonous mushroom, and Sunny got infected by the mushroom. And she could die any minute now. So they get back to the Queequeg, try to do research. And then, of course, it's Wasabi. Okay, Wasabi ends up saving Sunny's life. What ends up happening is they gain control of the Queequeg, get out of Olaf's grasp once again, as always, and they end up going back to shore, get in the car of Kit Snicket. Another Snicket! There are the Snicket triplets. Okay, so there's Jackace, there's Kit, and then Lemony. But so far the story has said nothing about Lemony. But they join Kit, and they go to the hotel where the children are hired, and basically where all the VFD volunteers are joining once again. I really like the feel of this one as well. This one is super cool because all of the characters from the past are coming back, and so seeing all of them together almost as though they're being reunited in my mind is such a cool picture. Like, it paints such a cool atmosphere. You really get to see where all of these people stand and how some of them are noble, some of them are evil, what draws the line between noble and evil. Like, those themes are really explored in this one. There ends up being this confrontation, and Olaf has this harpoon gun that he threatens to shoot at the children if they don't come with him. The kids end up taking the harpoon gun from Olaf, but then Mr. Poe walks in the room and they drop the gun and it goes off and kills the main guy who runs the hotel. That is the exact part that I'm at right now in the story. I need a minute. All right, friends. I'm sitting by our Christmas tree, and the vibes are pretty great, considering I'm on the last book, and I'm really upset about it because I don't want the story to end. What happened in book 12? Oh dear. So after the children, committed murder on accident, manslaughter, after this dreadful event occurred, they went to court. They saw that Count Olaf was kidnapping one of the judges, and then the other 2 judges were people who were working with Olaf. So basically everything was twisted. The Baudelaires end up helping Olaf burn the hotel down. I think this is quite funny that everything ends up in flames eventually. Like, literally fire is such a prevalent thing in this series. It just makes me laugh because it reminds me of like Stephen King. Anyways, end up getting on this boat and escaping from the hotel because basically Olaf and the Baudelaires at this point are running from everybody. So they escape on a boat. And so now we're here at the end, and I'm very upset about it. I believe I'm on chapter 3, and it's very sketchy so far, actually. They ended up washing ashore on this mysterious island. People there have so many customs. Like, everybody who's there on the island got shipwrecked at some point. Like, everybody has that in common. Everybody made this like little colony of people on this island to stay safe. People can only leave 1 day a year. You're basically stuck on this island the rest of the year. So I think that is super sketchy. What's gonna happen when the Baudelaires wanna leave? Because I know the Baudelaires are gonna wanna leave because this is super sketchy. They say only kind people are allowed on the island, and the girl who found them literally was like, Olaf, you need to leave. So Count Olaf isn't with them anymore. I don't know what ended up happening to him. They just kind of left him on the shore. We'll see. Thanks, Lemony Snicket, for ruining my life. What just happened? Well, yes. Hi, friends. I just finished a series of unfortunate events. I did. I did it. I cannot process anything right now. My brain is broken. So Lemony has been in love with Beatrice, right? And Beatrice is their mother. you know, do I need therapy now? Because of Lemony Snicket? Do I need to find a therapist right now? Am I going to be able to go back to civilized life? Can I re-enter society the way I am right now? Is it possible? Beatrice is their mother. Lemony Snicket is not the father of the Baudelaires, but he was in love with their mother even though she married somebody else. Okay, so the island. Ishmael, the leader, I knew we shouldn't have trusted him. He was also a member of the VFD, but he was basically just trying to shelter everybody from the world. And Olaf makes it onto the island, obviously tries to get on the island, but the islanders know that he's evil and that he's disguised as Kit. You know, Kit Snicket, Lemony Snicket's sister. And Kit's actually pregnant, but Olaf tries to disguise himself as her to get onto the island, but the islanders see through his disguise, put him in a cage. Isn't that great? But then they also exile the Baudelaires. So the Baudelaires are no longer allowed on the island, but Kit Snicket actually washed up on shore, like on top of this giant like crate of books. She was unconscious on top of this crate. So Kit, the Baudelaires, and Olaf were left all alone on the shore of this island. The poisonous mushroom that almost killed Sunny, it's contained in the helmet, in Sunny's helmet, that Olaf has under his shirt to make him look pregnant in his disguise. And he's literally like, if I break this, everybody on this island will die because this mushroom, poisonous mushroom, is going to spread everywhere and you will stop breathing. So then eventually somebody shoots the harpoon gun. I'm pretty sure it was Ishmael. He shoots the harpoon gun at Olaf, breaking the helmet and releasing the poisonous mushroom. But in the Baudelaire's research, they basically, what ended up happening is they went to this specific part of the island where like everything that washes to shore, that's where the islanders put it. So there's tons of stuff there. Kitchen appliances, books, sofas, furniture, clothes. They're infected. They are slowly dying by this poisonous mushroom that is now in all of their lungs. Wasabi is what originally helped Sunny before. So wasabi, horseradish, anything super bitter or strong like that. They find this book that was written by their parents, okay? Basically find out that their parents put horseradish in the roots of the apple tree that is growing there. They have to eat the apples and then they are fine. They end up trying to save the islanders, but the islanders actually decided to not listen to the Baudelaires because they hate the Baudelaires now, apparently. And so they just all piled in a boat and sailed away, along with Ishmael. So Olaf actually helps get Kit off of the crate because Kit is giving birth. She literally wakes up and like she's infected now, right? I like how I'm like slowly sinking lower and lower. So she's going into labor. She's like, I need to give birth right now. So Olaf actually helps her out. He gets her to the shore and he's bleeding out. And he kisses her, and then he dies. So basically, this is the whole thing, the whole point I'm trying to get across, what is blowing my mind so much, how the dots all connected, because Kit says to the children, when my child is born, name them, name him, her, whatever, name them after one of your parents, because it's a tradition in my family to name the child after somebody who has died. She gives birth, she dies. The child is a girl, so they name her after her mother, but you don't know that the mother's name is Beatrice until the very last word of the entire book. Ugh. Sorry, anyway. They decide to stay on the island and raise the child for a little bit, but then they eventually set sail and leave. And so now here we are. I am so mad that this series is over. It's so good. Like, it's up there with Narnia now. Like, I am in love with this series. Wow, it's like, what? Lemony Snicket is literally incredible. Wow. It's so good. I should probably get going because it is Christmas Eve. Thank you. Thank you for processing all of this with me. and walking through it with me step by step. Thank you all so much for watching. I love you all. Please be safe, make good choices, have a very, very incredible last few weeks of the year. 2021 is coming up super fast, so insane. I will definitely see you next time, and hopefully I'll be able to pick up another book, and I will not be on this book hangover for very long. Ciao!